primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
Tonight, we've got an AFC matchup on tap
between the Las Vegas Raiders
and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Throwing first play is Pickett.
Finding Harris over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Now a give. Running left is Harris. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, it's impossible to see the Raiders and Steelers in Pittsburgh and not think of our namesake, the late, great John Madden, and the Immaculate Reception game, which celebrated its 50th anniversary yesterday. It was December 22nd, 1972. So this game, a nice little nod from the schedule makers, no doubt. And the Raiders have gotten a little bit of revenge in recent years. They've won 4 out of 5 and have a 17-13 all-time advantage in the series. 1st and 10, here's Pickett.
Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucks and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Pickett back to throw.
Forced out to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Boswell's kick is good, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now a play fake here on first down. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
A give, it's Jacobs off the option. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He gets this to Davante Adams.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Damiere Byrd, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Raiders are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
On the give, this is Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Looking to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
Take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
Now he's going to let it go deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 56 yards.
And the Steelers have cut it back within a score.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throw left side, complete to Bird. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Adams, the man in motion right. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
For that last throw, Charles puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown.
Josh Jacobs with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
Oh, good return up past the 30. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
To the 27-yard line.
Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning.
Again, it's Harris on second down. 55 rushing yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run with him. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris
with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Steelers are back within a score.
Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now 21-17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Adams the man in motion right. 2nd and 6. Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Davante Adams with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Finding space at the 40.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll send Austin in motion right.
Check, check. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right.
They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve.
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Jacobs going to try the middle, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bird.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Tucker. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
The slot man in motion right. First down, here's White. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll set up a throw. That's complete to White.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Here's White.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Josh Jacobs.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Pickett to throw on 1st down.
Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
3rd quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. 2nd and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here.
Steps away to his left. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Harris.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here's Pickett.
Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And this is caught inside the 5. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
Harris going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Again, it's Harris.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
They're going to run it with Harris. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Their lead back.